Hey Doc, I just saw a Facebook post that I wanted to talk about. The poster was anonymous and was talking about her current job situation. She had two young kids, or I think she had a 2 year old and one on the way, and was working at two different sites. They were each problematic in their own way. And she mentioned, I really could open up a private practice, but I don't know how that would work, or something like that. And I thought this was interesting because that's not something you hear a typical doc say if opening a private practice is not on their heart. So I said as much in the comments. And of course, in that group, I got my comment expeditiously deleted and I was blocked from commenting again because I told them they need to join a community of other physician entrepreneurs who know private practice is not dead and it's a great thing to do because I told them, it sounds like you want to open a private practice, but your fear is that you have two small kids. So you can definitely do it if you have help. My message is consistent, but also you need to be in a community where people believe in private practice and it's a supportive community and other people are doing it. And it was so weird. The feedback that I got from admin was that I was promoting my own stuff. And I'm like, I don't do business coaching. I was promoting Andre MD, and I didn't put the name. I was like, DM me so I can tell you. So it was weird. They said, don't promote anything, but also don't say DM me, just post it in the group so that people can get the resources. But if I posted, join Andre MD, it would have gotten deleted. So I'm just like, whatever, fine. I feel like my comment would have really helped that person, but whatever. If your true concern is promotion and not if this person could actually be helped, whatevs. So hopefully she'll hear this episode. But the reason that I want to do this is because it's something that's been on my mind and it's related to that post is this idea of doing things like opening a practice when you have small kids. Because I am of the opinion that this is the perfect time to do it, which I know may sound radical. It may sound like you don't, what are you talking about? This doesn't make any sense. The kids are so young. They need you. All of those things. I will stand 10 toes down. This is the time. These early years of motherhood, this is the time to make big waves, make your career shift, take the big leap, go into entrepreneurship, move out of the country, whatever it is you want to do. And I have proof because I talk to a lot of older physician moms. And this idea that my babies need me now is such an interesting idea because your kids will always need you. They will always need you. They will never stop needing you. They don't need you anymore now. They need people because babies are helpless and children who are this young are helpless, but they don't really need you. You need them more than they need you, which is fine. But just to delineate those two things, because out of everybody that I have spoken to, I've done the interviews here on this podcast. They all say when they really need you is when they are older, when they're in that adolescent, preteen, teen stage, when they have to deal with middle school and hormones and all of these choices. That's when they need you. So these ideas that I have, which may be like, well, your kids are 1 and 4. How do you it just they just made sense to me. It's like my kids are not going to remember. I don't remember stuff from when I was this age, mainly. Like I don't really remember my mom not being around, which she wasn't because she worked very hard. I remember that from when I was older. So to me, this is the perfect time. And even though my son is old enough to articulate how much he misses me and how much he doesn't want me to go, I know that he's not going to remember. And even if he does, when I create this dream life where we are living all over the world and I can really be there with him, I only have to work a couple hours a day. That is what he's going to remember. He is going to know because I'm going to tell him. I'm not just silently going to be working this hard and not tell him. He's going to know that I worked very hard when he was younger, when I was pretty sure he wasn't going to remember, to build this so that I could really be there for him when he really needed me. So I truly believe this is the time. So, Doc, if you are out there, start your private practice. Get into a community where opening a private practice is not an uncommon thing. It is not unheard of. It's not frowned upon. It's not a negative space where it's like private practice is dead and all of these things. And I am biased. I've been in the community for a long time. Entre MD, you can join the general physician community, but I would invite you to join the business school. Dr. Una does not pay me. FYI. It is the number one place for physicians who want to start private practices. You need to be in a community where you have that type of support. So that's from the business side. From the home side, which is, I'm sure, where most of the concern comes from, you cannot do this alone. In the post, she said her husband is not a stay at home, but he does most of the pickups and stuff because of her schedule. It didn't seem like there was any extra help. Doc, get the extra help. You're not going to be able to do this practice thing without it. And frankly, even if you stay at one of those other jobs that you were considering, you still need help because it's you said in the post that you're burnt out from the situation that you're in currently. Is there any family that can come closer by? And can they move in with you? Can you hire a nanny? Can you get an au pair? Can you outsource any other things? Can you get somebody to pick your kids up instead of your husband? Like, it doesn't have to be paid help. It can be free. It could be a combination, but you will need all of the support that you can get if you are really desiring this major undertaking of becoming a physician entrepreneur. And I want to tell you, you can definitely do it once you have all of the support that you need. So, whoever you are out there, I hope you hear this message. And for you that's listening right now, share this episode because you never know, it might reach that doc. It was a post in physician community. Of course it was. That admin is very active. It's interesting because they're so active, but the kind of vitriol that I see that is allowed to continue, it's not like they're not seeing it, which makes it very interesting about the priorities of the admin. But again, I digress. That's why I have my own group. Share this episode with another physician mom. It may be that poster who just needs to hear what she needs to follow her dream of opening a private practice. Or if she decides that she wants to stay at one of those other two sites, just making her life a little bit easier, steering away from burnout, because it is possible. Okay, Doc. So once you share this episode with another physician mom in the attempt to reach that person who posted that post, I want you to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, 5-star rating everywhere else. And I will see you on the next episode of Stethoscopes and Strollers.